all this dang says I'm lying.
It says you lied. I'm still waiting for Piggy.
I tell you what, Mama Linda, if you do find me, you can leave the rubbing the rub on the piggy to Elaine. Uh, Anything else just be weird. Sorry, not sorry. Uh, well, folks, in my Facebook life, I commented to one of our mutual friends something, and somebody decided they'd respond to me. When I got done responding to that person's response, they wound up deleting their comment. I did my best to be nice about how I said what I said to that person. Hopefully, that person saw the misstep that they took in responding how they did to my comment to the poster of that post. Another friend had posted something about the toe, as in camel, listening to some video of her talking her Psycho Bible, and said I felt like I lost an IQ point for each second of that video. So, Teresa Jukowicz, howdy. So, this person on that friend's page who happens to be very far left and thinks they are very smart decided to post and said something to the effect, well, have you seen Trump speak lately? I asked them, I said, have you? Or just the excerpts that mainstream media wants you to see. They never did answer that, by the way. They just went into trying to debate me. And I said, I'm not going to debate you. I'm not going to let you lure me into a debate. I got out of the political wranglings because there's a lot of delusion on that side. Rainy Ridge, howdy hey, howdy ho, howdy high, howdy low. I don't have any more. Anyway, so they was trying to do some back and forth with me. They contradicted themselves in their own comments within the first two comments they responded to me. And I'd let them know that, and they still try to keep coming back at me, and still did not see where they contradicted themselves. Oh, I was a such and such, and with debates, and a debate teacher, and this and that and the other thing. And I was, yeah, well, that's pretty sad. You can't see your own contradiction. So, anyway, I'm still waiting on that person to come back yet again because I'm sure they will. Aaron!
Hi, Aaron. Hey, Rainy Ridge.
Aaron, I'm trying to understand that. Yeah, I walked away from all of that era. Joe, fix it for you.
Hey, Joey.
Uh, I got away from all that simply because it was draining. You can only talk to a brick wall for so long. That's about all it is. Yeah. But then some other dude started liking my comments to that person. I used to do all that stuff, and I'd shut down one after another. Yeah, I'd make a comment on something, I'd have one come at me, and I'd shut them down. And a little while later, somebody else would try to come at me, and I'd shut them down. And somebody else would try to come at me, and I'd shut them down. Now, I'm not a highly educated person, uh, or anything like that, but I kept shutting these folks down because they went away from logic and rationale, and you just can't have a sensible debate with someone who has left logic and reason behind. So, uh, so I got out of it. I also got out of it because God showed me something on it. Everything happens according to God's will. There ain't nothing that happens that God has not ordained. And so, in the end, who you really fighting? You ain't fighting other people. You ain't fighting another ideology. You're fighting against something that God has already set into place to happen. So in the end, you're really just fighting against God, and there is no winning against God. So, and since He's already got it decided, I'll do like Jesus said: render unto Caesar that which is Caesar's, and unto God that which is God's. And I'll do my civic duty and vote the way I know I need to vote, and don't worry about it. Let God take care of it because God's already got it took care of. So there ain't no need in fighting about it. There ain't no need in trying to convince others that, you know, everything, especially when they're so far invested in the wrong answer that they'll never admit to being wrong. So I let God take care of that too. That's why I got out of all that. Life has been a lot more peaceful ever since, especially since I realized that to fight it is really fight God. And I'd rather not do that. That's a waste of time. So, anywho, now the first person that had responded to me on somebody else's post, it, you know, I given that person some encouragement, and the person that responded to me misunderstood what I was saying. So, anyhow, that's right there, Ryan. It ain't worth it anymore. Melinda Dobson.
Hey, backtrack.
Backtrack. So anyway, we haven't been out since Thursday. So if we have to do our thing tomorrow, it'll be the first time getting out and seeing what, if any kind of damage was done in our area from these storms that we've had. Folks, I still see stuff about stuff being so bad in some areas. Dale!
Hi, Dale.
9 Acre Family Farms. Thank you, sir. Uh, but seeing reports of just how bad stuff is in other areas, y'all keep these folks. Elaine was just telling me, even Biltmore, although the main house still stands, the rest of the estate was demolished. So I would imagine the damage to the Biltmore itself. But if it destroyed the rest of the estate, the Biltmore ain't in too good a shape right now.
And for those that don't know, Biltmore Estates is in Asheville, North Carolina, and it is a huge estate. And there are still some buildings standing under the house, but
Isn't that the place they used for some of the Richie Rich movies? Or the Richie Rich
I think
movie?
they did, and like I said, I know it's used for like weddings, and there's a restaurant there. People can go and eat there.
Y'all ever watched the Richie Rich movie? That was the place that they portrayed as Richie Rich's house.
Hi, Scotty Longcross.
Long Cross!
Reverend Dream, hello.
Reverend Dream. Long Cross, I don't know where you are. Piggyland might be Fantasyland. You never know. Not to be confused with Fantasy Island. That's me! That's me!
You can play that part.
Huh?
You can play that part.
Almost.
Says,
Of course, standing next to Ricardo Montalban probably could.
Yeah. Evan said it's the barbecue Piggy Way.
We've yet to see if there's been any damage around here. All I saw was rain and some pretty decent wind. Didn't get, at least around here, didn't get the kind of wind I expected to see. Of course, I slept through most of it. So, woke up to find it was wet outside, still raining a bit, and windy a bit. I was still here, and the house was still here. And so I figured we fared pretty good. But for all those other places, and even more to the point, for all those other people going through all that, y'all keep them in y'all's prayers. They, the hit they took is just horrific. Beverly Moffitt, good to see you. Hope you're steadily getting better. I've been paying attention to your posts.
Hey, Miss Beverly.
Well, you do what you got to do, Dale. And if you got to take off, you take off. We'll be there for yours.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, like I said, y'all keep all those people in your prayers because they're going to need everyone they can get. These people out there lost everything. In time, I'll find out whether or not what's next door lost all they own down there in Florida. Because they have property right there where the hardest impact of that thing making landfall is.
Yeah, they own land right outside of Perry. I mean, it's listed as Perry, but it's just right outside town limits.
Right. So, in time, I'll find out whether that is still there or if they lost it all and gone back to land that looks like a table that's been cleared. Dreamsteaders. Oh, you're okay. Tammy. That is your name, right? I do believe. Good to see you in here, Kate. And what's worse is there's two more coming.
Okay, Reverend Dream's
There's one supposed to be coming this next weekend and one the weekend after that. And it's supposed to be taking the same course as this first one has.
Well, they changed Kirk up. This one that's coming up. They said that it's supposed to hit Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, Florida, and Georgia.
So we still got some in the mix there too.
Oh yeah.
So pretty much the entire southeast.
Mm-hmm.
So, and with damage already having been done, if the next one is even 75% of what the last one was, it's going to do more damage because everything's already been weakened. Some things already been cleared out of the pathway, making room for it to get more powerful and be more powerful as it reaches in and does more damage.
Yep.
And the same be said about the one after that. So, y'all just keep everybody in your prayers. And even more so, ask God for mercy on the people in those areas that are going to be affected so badly. Because don't get me wrong, I'm sure there are many that deserve God's wrath, but there's also many mixed in amongst those who don't. You know, kind of like having to pay for the good, having to pay along with the bad. Ask God to have mercy on those. Ask God to have mercy on all of them. Shoot, I'd hate to see anybody hurt or harmed or dead or anything like that. I don't care how bad they are. I don't wish death on them. I don't wish harm to them. That's only for God to judge. You know, we won't know why until we get home. And then we ain't going to be worried about it. Just keep everybody in your prayers, because this has been a really bad one. You know, 2 more coming. That's not good. So, I have to admit to being blessed by God's grace, because He's always protected me. And I've seen some bad storms come through here, and seen a lot of them that was packing a punch that should have leveled this house get split and go around this house. Only God could do that.
God is an awesome God.
I mean, we got a little ridge on this hill right behind the house. Goes up a couple of 100 yards, and then it goes back down on the other side. And each one of them I'd watch on radar, and those cells would split right as they got to that ridge, go around this house, and come back together in the field across the street every time.
That's good to hear, Mama Linda. I'm glad you heard your family's voices. You know that they're doing okay.
That's good. So I have to say that I've been greatly blessed with God's grace, because He's always protected me here. So, and it kind of hits even harder here, because you see all this stuff happening, horrific things happening to all these other people in other places. And yeah, Dream, I know you know what I'm talking about. You saying things comparable to me, and probably more so of it. But well, I'm blessed. I know it. I mean, look at the wife that God gave me. That God suckered into marrying me. I'm blessed.
I'm glad you think so.
I know so. It ain't a think so. It's a no so.
You just don't realize you're the one who got suckered.
No, she could have done better, but she don't think so.
I'm with who God put me with.
Peaceful days.
Hey, Des.
Great to see you. Glad to know you all right. That thing, from what Elaine was telling me, that thing took a slight turn to the east and didn't hit you as hard as it, or it turned somehow. Anyway, just glad to know you all right down there. So anyhow, Melinda, that's a good question, Melinda. I would think it is since she's on in this live. But
Somebody mentioned last night that her power button was back on, so I don't know.
Abbott, I agree, but also at the same time, sometimes great loss opens the eyes of others who need their eyes open. Hate to see anybody gone and go a bad way, but you know, listened to a preacher on tape one time, someone I knew of, and old preacher. He told a story once where he was working with this one biker, and he fasted 3 days, 9 meals, praying for that biker that he would turn and see the light. Well, he didn't. The funeral was coming up, and he was asked to preside over that funeral. Had all these bikers come in. He's like, "Oh Lord, what do I say here?" He just put it out here. He told me, "This is your biker brother. He's now burning in hell." Long story short, he said that every one of them bikers turned their lives over to Jesus, and so it wasn't that one biker that God had him going after. It was the rest of them. Johnny Small Pepper!
Hi, Johnny. He gonna be eating some. What is it?
I caught one today where he,
Yeah, that's the one.
yeah, was eating them 10 chocolate primatalis. More power to you. But I ain't gonna do it.
I was asleep. Sorry. I'd have been in there. I was what it said, 8, 9, or 10.
But Beverly, what exactly is it that you've been going through, hon? Because sound like something I hope I never face.
Tish.
Birdie! Where's that pooch at? That's right, Green. Pretty tell that pooch I said, oh, you know what you mean. Ooh. That's never fun.
Ooh, yeah, Piggy had a mouthful full too a few years ago.
Yeah. And they made my plate wrong. So I just don't wear it. On the recliner. Is he out cold or is he listening? I'd had a abscessed tooth when I went to see about getting mine pulled, and they had prescribed some antibiotics to get rid of the abscess before having them pulled. Well, we didn't have the money to get no antibiotics, so I did something else. It killed it. It got rid of the abscess. I couldn't walk for a while, but it got rid of the abscess. Let's see. Did she say if he was awake or not? She said he's on the recliner. I hadn't seen her answer whether or not he's asleep. Well, Des, I hope you get to feeling better. But I can imagine the stress all y'all been through down there.
And her grandson was born that prematurely. I think on her post said he's supposed to be born in November and he was born.
Well, we'll be praying he's all right.
I want to say he was 3 pounds and something.
You never know. He'd probably turn around quick and become a chump and be a big boy.
Yeah, a friend
And
of
grow
ours,
up to be a big boy.
Yeah, a friend of ours, her son, he was born prematurely. And he's a big boy now.
Kirby said he's on his phone, so I don't know if he's talking to somebody or fiddling around with other things on that thing. Maybe he heard my bad howling. There you go, Linda, football player for Mimi Dez. Well, haven't you noticed I said bad howling? I didn't say it was good. I used to could do it good. That neck operation and that titanium plate inside of here kind of took some of that away from me. Whistle while you work. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. That guy saying he's still here listening while he works.
Yeah.
Instead of whistling, he can hear a grating piggy talking. Well, Des, if you driving, you better get off that keyboard. Keep them eyeballs on that road, girl. Grandma bet she would. Get her on there sometime. I'll howl along with her. Or her. I'm assuming it's a her. Mama Bear!
Hey, Mama Bear.
Saw Linda saying hi to her. I thought, what? She snuck in on me. Type too small and bad eyesight don't go well together.
I'm saying.
I don't know, Dream. And being a girl, I start howling at her. She might start growling at me. Arlene!
Hey, Arlene.
Catfish dog!
Hey, Tim.
Now, he's the one with 1-800 renter fish,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. I miss watching Mike and seeing those renter fish commercials. He does good at those things.
Mm-hmm.
Does any of y'all don't know what I'm talking about? Y'all need to watch Catfish Dog. Especially when he's doing one of them 1-800 renter fish commercials. Oh, he will make you laugh. And what's even better is when he's on here like this and he's doing it because he just got the right look and the right voice and the right tempo, and I mean it's everything is just perfect with it, and it'll make you laugh. Ah, he said they on Jody's show on Friday night. All right. Kentucky woman Carlene.
Hi, Carlene.
Welcome, 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 welcome. Womp, womp, womp. That's what that sounded like to me. Uh-oh, he telling Abbott to shush. Well, Abbott, why do you think he advertises 1-800 rent a fish? That's his sponsor, don't you know? Oh, me. Well, what's anybody else been up to? Anything interesting? Anything boring? I don't care. What you been up to? I'm just here jaw jacking. Apparently, ain't got much to say this week. Find out what everybody else been up to besides nothing. He fished for John Parker and got the juju. Oh, me. Sammy!
Hey, Sappy. Reverend Green said Jake wrote me a new song. Oh.
Do what?
Reverend Green said Jake wrote me a new song.
Oh, okay. Cool. Fixing to cook supper.
We just had breakfast.
I just had breakfast for dinner. for my first meal of the day. Even though I got it around 1 or 2 o'clock, and it was what, just an hour or two ago we ate.
A little over an hour ago. We ate about 4 o'clock. Time to go to food.
Arlene went to church this morning, got home just in time for it to start raining again. It rained all day. Yeah, we're gonna get a lot more of that too.
Mm-hmm.
And it says she wants to go storm chasing. It is making her itch bad. I want to go running bad. Well, then you might want to take your vehicle because running might not be too good for you. Right at my house for 2 days after that. You can't make this stuff up. No, you can't, catfish dog. Right? Haven't had a piggy for lunch. Yeah, I saw them pictures of what you sent me. That looked good. I'll have to show Elaine here in a bit. I could do that now.
It's okay. I'm sure it's fine.
Easy enough.
We are dry right now. I don't know about high and dry.
Well, it's looked overcast all day long. He said those pictures were a brisket.
Yeah, that brisket looks good. Y'all know I love brisket. Oh,
My mother said, kiddos, it has been rolled so many times, I would survive. Yeah, the van would. If you went running in it, but if you went running yourself, that wouldn't be good. You'd be in as bad shape as if I tried to go running. Elaine says they've gotten around 10 inches of rain. I don't know how much we got. I don't keep up with nothing. Top of the hill high. It'll take care of the rest of that.
okay. Dinner too. 3.
Yeah, Beverly Asheville is in bad shape. Real bad shape. There's another place somewhere in West Virginia, I think it is, Elaine's talked about. They're totally cut off from everything. The only way in is through a helicopter or plane. Last Ministries, Karen. Ah, how you doing? Yeah, I've heard Elaine talk about Asheville. It's in real bad shape. Right? I'm pretty sure it's probably swamped around here too. Because it rained 2 or 3 days. Rained one day and the next day it rained, and the longer it rained, the harder it got. I'm used to seeing it start out raining hard and tapering off. This came in on a taper and got harder. Well, I'm glad to think you're better now that you're here. We're giving out Starlinks around the town in Asheville. You share it with others to let them know you are safe and sound. Oh, that's cool. Okay, maybe that's the place that Elaine's been telling me about. Asheville. Is Asheville the one you told me about being totally cut off? She might not be paying attention to me. She's gone to take care of some business and she'll be on her phone. She gets on her phone, everything's zoned out. I'll ask her again when she comes back in here. Asheville, North Carolina, up on the roof now. Really? Yeah, are you talking about that being the flood and causing people to have to be on the roofs? Okay, so it is Asheville. That she'd be, oh, okay. Newport, Tennessee. I know where that is. That's way up northeast Tennessee, ain't it? Catfish dog, he might be, but he might prefer to be wet. Out there looking for that Hondo. Oh, okay. You'll call me later. All right, I'll be expecting your call then. I know you probably talking to Dream there. Troy, my boy! How you doing out there where you at? Hopefully none of this affects you too bad. Or at all. Appreciate that, Troy. Always like to see that thumbs up get hit. Of course, I could be like Johnny Eden. Give me the thumb or give me the finger. I don't care. Just interact. That's good, Troy. That's good, Mama Linda. Doing something good for those people. All right, Carlene, you go check on your other peeps. We'll see you around next time. It was 63K last night. What was 63K? What I miss? Oh wow, Sandy Watts bar is being affected. How bad is it in danger of turning loose or what? Water flow through Watts bar, okay. Hopefully it'll be all right because I don't know how far down this way it would come, but it would have an effect on this area. As the crow flies, it's really not that far from here. And if it let loose, there'd be others around here put under pressure by it. Okay, they got 6 gates open. How many gates does it have? Or is that all of them? And I bet the water's filling every inch of those gates. It's got 6 open. Okay, well, how many are there total?
I made it back.
Was Asheville the place you were talking about being cut off?
Yes, Asheville.
Okay.
No roads in, no roads out.
Somebody in there had confirmed that.
Yeah. Only way in is by helicopter.
Folks, sometimes it takes me a minute to connect things, okay? Dynamo! How's that wood, boy?
Hey, Dan.
Oh, yeah, you gave that away to somebody else or something. All right. Just got home from taking Dom to see the wild robot, then to play at the park. Go.
Sounds like you had a good day. Spending time with the boy.
Anytime a father can spend time with his son, that's always a good day.
Mm-hmm.
10, I think. It's 30 minutes away from me. Yeah, and you ain't all that far from us. Like I said, as the crow flies, it ain't that far.
Yeah.
I don't think you missed anybody, Flash. Thank you, Purdy. Yeah, we like those thumbs up.
Mm-hmm. And don't forget, Dale will be going live at
Here in about 45 minutes.
Yeah, about 45 minutes. 6 East, 6 Central, 7 Eastern. I'll get it right, yeah. And then Adam will be going live at 7 Central, 8 Eastern.
Right. I don't know how long I'll be it. I'm feeling a little flush. I guess from where I ate. I was really hungry by the time I ate. And then I ate good. I think my body working on digestion.
Mm-hmm.
I got a friend of mine on Facebook. She likes to call herself Sassy Squatch. She's a big woman. She's like 5'10", 5'11", hefty girl.
She's taller than me, so she's like 5'11", 6 foot, somewhere right around that.
She's a big girl.
Mm-hmm.
She's even bigger than my little sis Bootsy. She loves to fight. She grew up in what we call our version of the hood, a place called Rossville. And trust me, you grow up there, you grow up rough.
Yeah, every time I've looked at homes and stuff, Piggy said, "We haven't looked at nothing in Rossville." I said, okay.
The animal says it's 83 and super sunshiny. That sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Need some of that out here. It'd be gonna be cooling down. It's just 70 right now. That's not bad. All right, Melinda, you take care. Yeah, Dream. My little sis Betsy told me a story about her one time. This some girl they used to work at convenience stores, and there's this one girl uh, had messed up. She'd run to her car, and one likes to call herself Sassy Squatch was pacing back in front of that girl's car, daring her to get out. She wanted a piece of that. Not in a good way. And I'll be honest with you. I'd be like that girl. I've been scared to get out that car too. That's a big girl. Southwind living with Val. You're not late. You're right on time. You hear when God said you was to be here. We work on God's timeline, not our own.
That's it.
This is when you got here. That's when God had for you to be here. If you hadn't got here, it's because God had something else for you to do.
Oh,
What you been busy working on? Not around the house, actual job. All right, animals. I'll be on here maximum another 30 minutes or so. So see when you get back, if you get back. Well, Southwest living with Val, that might be true. But that also depends on what kind of a fighter they are. This girl is a fighter. Blueprints to modified piggy smoker. And my little sis Betsy, she's a big girl. She can definitely hold her own against most anything. And she don't even like the thought of going up against this other friend of ours. Gotta tell you something. Oh, cool.
all right, Des. You have a good evening, sweetheart.
Take care, Des. But after thirds, okay, I don't understand after thirds. And I said he does have a bigger one, offset smoker. Hey, them little girls can be mean.
After 3 rounds.
Oh, okay.
Knocked right after 3 rounds.
Yeah, them little girls can be mean, especially if they dare to go learn how to box. It's something that boy didn't take into account. Females can take pain better than men can. So for some of them, hitting them just makes them smile. And you hit them and see them smile, you better run because you're fixing to get hurt.
All I can say is if a man wants to know the type of pain a woman can take, get hooked up once a month to a little machine that simulates cramps,
Menstrual cramps.
menstrual cramps, and then take a break for 9 months, and then get hooked up to the monitor, a simulator of giving birth, and you will see what a woman can go through.
Oh, I've seen little videos of men thought they were really tough, get hooked up to one. They didn't last but a few minutes. And they were wanting that thing off of them.
All right, Tish, you have a good evening.
Always in our prayers. You have a good
one. Sorry, I'm back. We had company out. All right.
Hey, company's always a good thing to have if you like them.
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem. We rarely ever get any company. What we do get not too fond of it.
Oh, that's a good one, Reverend Ray. I forgot to tell him she was a national junior Olympic champ, 23 wins with 2 losses, and she was cheated out of those 2.
Val says the drop kick is the best move. Well, it might be, but the ones I'm talking about, they're kind of fond of the 5-finger death punch and choking. My little sis about popped the guy's head off his shoulders, choking him because he did something really messed up. He wore a purple ring around his neck for the longest. Now, I'm talking about a dark purple ring. Her hands aren't quite as big as mine, and she had his whole neck inside her hands. She came real close to popping his head off his shoulders.
Yep, Val, women do. They'll go through that pain anytime the good Lord puts it on them.
There's a mechanism in a woman's brain that causes her to forget the full impact of that pain. God did y'all a favor on that one. Y'all still experience pain, no doubt. I wouldn't want to be you. You couldn't pay me to want to be a woman and pop a kid out my ha-ha. No. When it comes to pain, I do this, you women. Elaine went through her cancer stuff and she had a moment of discomfort. What was on her face looked to me like a lot of pain, and she said it's just a little discomfort. He was taking a doc was taking a biopsy of her cervix. You knocking me out for that. And I said as much to the doctor. The doctor kind of smiled. He knew I get it. He knew I had respect for that because I get it. We men can't take the pain a woman can take. So if you hit one and she smiles at you, you better run because you're fixing to have a very bad day. You might hurt her a bit, but she's going to harm you badly. Derek Fowler! What up, bro? Glad to see you here. Y'all about to get power back? How's that going down there? I heard y'all lost a shed down there, but better that shed than you or your house. I saw that 2 a.m. short. Couldn't hardly see the rain for the rain. It was so hard. Wow. I saw that other one. You going down the road towards work too. That was a lot of damage. Trees down everywhere. Clumps of them even. I'm just glad y'all all right. Hope it don't take too long for y'all to get your power back. You working a generator? I know I'd like to one day get me one of those solar powered generators. Have it charged up for when we have power outages around here. Of course, hopefully it'll be when we get us a different place because I've been afraid the wiring in this house will be bad on the generator. Oh, wow. Multiple tornadoes. Wow. But still, I hope y'all's power gets back on sync. Oh, wow. Those are big. That's a lot of them. Seems like they'd open up a few more of them. Of course, I hadn't seen anything about up there and how bad it is or how heavy it is, so I don't know. Don't know nothing about it. At least the ground will be soaked a good while. That's good, Sampy. Gone back way old school, huh, Derek? I kind of like my modern conveniences. I don't know how well the most of us would fare if we had to go back way old school. Be cut off. Only thing to do would be sweat at night in the summer and sit on the porch during the day. And try to stay inside during the day and cover up with as much as you can at night. Try to stay warm during the winter. But in one way, it's not really a bad thing to be reminded of what it could be like if not for modern conveniences. Make you appreciate them more. Yeah, I wouldn't mind some old ways coming back in style. We get us a decent place where we can raise windows and stuff like that. We plan on having a fan and maybe two, being able to open up the windows to suck air in and blow air out to have ventilation. A lot of windows have natural light coming in. To use those for the most part. Have a bunch of LED lights everywhere. Run them off a generator. There's no more power them LEDs take. A fully charged generator lasts a long time. So I'd like to get split airs for heating and cooling. And 20 use water heaters. That way they only run when you have it turned on. And maybe have a generator running most of that, have it hooked up to solar, keep it charged up. You wouldn't need the grid for that. You can do your refrigerator and stuff too that way. What I would really like is have a property with a creek on it and make me a water mill. Produce my own electricity that way. And still have a backup generator for a lot of stuff. It wouldn't have to be on the grid at all. Gas generators are good. And though I'm not too much into solar, a solar generator would be great. Because you can keep it charged up with the sun, or you can plug it into the wall to charge it up. If you ain't had too much sun, you can plug it into the wall, it would still be charged up. And they're quiet. You don't have to worry about getting gas for it. Sunlight is free. Gas water heater is turned on when I need it. Yeah, gas can be good. I'd still like point of use. Now I just have this little box on the wall somewhere, easily accessible. Turns on only when you need it. You don't have this big old tank that you got to wait for electricity or gas to heat the water up inside it before you get hot water. That's right, Mama Linda.
Hi, Derek.
Gas will go out, and if others are in need, they hear that, they'll be coming for it. And you have to be sitting out there with a thunder stick, potentially have to go boom on somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas you have solar, they don't know you got it. They won't hear it. You won't have to go out and get no gas for it. You won't have to fill it up to charge it up.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with gas prices the way they are and still going up.
You're going up even more.
That's what I said, it's still going up.
Mm-hmm.
So you tell Jana, unless she's listening, be a better suggestion to go for solar than it would be for gas.
Solar or wind.
It's more versatile than gas and a lot quieter than gas.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't get the fumes and exhaust and everything from the gas. You get sunlight in, you get power out, and it's extremely quiet. You watch Sid on 3 Mississippi, she's been showing one. Nathan out of the woods, he's a sawyer, he's got a sawmill and all that. He's got several. And he really believes in them. He got several. He's able to do stuff all over his farm because of he highly endorses them. Look him up and watch some of his on the solar generators. If we can't make the argument for you with Gina, he might can. Well, like I said, watch some Out of the Woods. His name's Nathan. Watch Sid, 3 Mississippi. Pull those videos up where they're talking about solar generators. And like I said, they're a lot more versatile. And they're a lot lighter. They're still heavy, but they're a lot lighter. They're a lot more no fuss, no muss than a gas generator. And don't get me wrong, I wouldn't turn down a gas generator. But I sure like to get me one of them solar ones someday. Oh, okay. Well, tell her we said hi. We love her too. Gas here is going down 100%. Up the road is 279. Love's down the road is 252 for E10. I run E10 since I have a modern vehicle. Well, I'm poor and I still get the cheap stuff.
Well, everybody that's got low gas right now, be expecting higher gas prices after the 1st of October. Uh, Everything's still going, saying that the dock workers and shipyard workers are going on strike as of October the 1st, meaning no cargo will be unloaded, no gas tankers will be unloaded, or crude oil tankers will be unloaded at the refineries. And this is way from Texas all the way up through the Gulf Coast and up the eastern seaboard. Nothing will be unloaded.
So y'all can expect the price of everything to go way high.
Yeah, everything will be going up.
Especially gas.
They said the longer that they stay on strike, the worse it's going to be on the country. All over $5 an hour.
And that puppet up on the hill has done said he ain't going to do anything about that strike.
Yeah.
So there you go.
But this has been all over. I've seen it every social media platform. I've seen it on the little news things I get from different things. So it's coming. Yeah. I saw different videos where people had been waiting in lines up to 1 and 2 and 3 miles long just to be able to get to a gas pump.
Tinkerbell Blow, howdy!
Hey, Tinkerbell.
That's a good thing, Danimal.
But we all have to remember that gas prices go up, food prices, and everything else is going to go up. Because
gas goes up, everything goes up.
Yeah. That's why I told Piggy, I said, we're going to go stock up on a few things come Monday morning so I won't have to deal with paying triple prices for what I need.
Derek said there's a lot of chicken houses leveled around there, so you can look for chicken prices to go up too.
Oh, yeah.
Sound like a dream for those on one side of the fence.
Mm-hmm. That's right, Val.
That's right, Val. You exactly right.
He's like, well, it's there now. Let's leave it there.
Right, Danimal? Better make sure you got rain gear that's good for when it rains.
That's right, Miss Linda. Everything's going up.
Better make sure the tires on them things are good too for when it rains. Well, Daniels, they'll use a little bit in one spot to justify raising it for everywhere.
Yep. Well, with all the damage that's been done to the interstate system up in North Carolina, Tennessee, that cuts trucking right there and messes up. And saw a thing this morning said that the trains are refusing to accept refrigerated cars on them because they have nobody to unload them.
Well, that truck ain't gonna be that great on gas, Dan. I don't know about the BMW. Don't know much about them except I've heard a lot of mechanics say they see them in the shop more than they do on the road. And they cost a lot to fix when they are in the shop. Right? What kind of beamer you got? Personally, I'd sell it, get the money I could out of it, and get something uh, not so expensive that's just as good. All right, Derek. Y'all spread that word around. He said he don't know that he'll be able to go live this week because of the power.
If we see you, we see you. If we don't, we're going to keep you in our prayers either way.
Oh, Lord have mercy, it's expensive to drive. I know which one you're talking about. I love the look of them. That's a lot of money. Yeah, I'd be selling that and getting me something that's more economical. That's why I like my little 2015 Cruise. On the cheap gas, I get around 30 or so miles a gallon on average. Got plenty of room, got plenty of trunk space. And granted, it ain't an M5. Well, Lord have mercy, that's a nice sports car. But insurance is a lot cheaper. Gas is a lot cheaper. Goes a lot further on the gas it gets.
Well, good thing that is our van.
You got a deal. Yeah, our van is 2006 and it averaged what, 28? 25, 28?
32.
28, 32? And it's a 2006 Chrysler Town and Country. Heavy as all get out. Got a little 3.3 liter V6 in it. It got great gas mileage. Tons of room. Mama Bear's back!
Reverend Dream, I picked the Cruise out online. The place we bought it from, they brought it to us for us to look at to see if we wanted it. Drove it to our front door, our driveway.
Did all the paperwork in the driveway.
Did all the paperwork out there at the driveway. Paid $100 down, and it's been ours ever since. And
it's paid out. We're just waiting on the title now.
Yeah, and
you still got to contact them about that, don't you?
Well, I tried to log in, and it won't let me log in on the paper because we don't know anything.
Well, we might stop by there and say hello and say what's up.
Yeah. So listen, you can let us know when we're supposed to be getting it. It should be sometime in the next 2 weeks because it takes about 6 weeks to get it.
Danimals, you just determined to have a sports car. If you're going to do that, you might as well keep the M5. Because between the two, if I had it to do it and could afford it, I'd stick with the M5. With all the headache and everything that goes with it. But I really don't think much of Corvettes anyhow. Unless they're about 73, 74 or older. Well, Derek, you got to figure she's more of in a big city. So, might have been a lot more there to work on stuff. It's more concentrated in where she's at. Where you're at, everything's spread out a lot farther.
I know it's not comparable, but when I went through the tornado in 2010, after my mom passed away, it took I want to say 3 or 4 days to get the power back on.
Yeah.
That was just a tornado. That's nothing as devastating as what's going on here.
The damn thing about it, you work, you come home. what time you do have off, you usually spending it with Dom. Them sports bikes bring enough money to put a lot towards college education for Dom,
Mm-hmm.
or a vocational training, for linemen or something along those lines. It makes a lot of money.
Oh wow! So they've got power back in Asheville already. Everything I've been hearing that we couldn't get in to do anything. It's amazing.
But animals, life is going to take a toll on you from time to time. Can't let it get you down. You get knocked out the saddle, you get back up in that thing. You just look at it like, well, that happened. You take care of it,
Oh,
get it over and done with, and go on.
that's right. The opposite of me, Derek. I got cell service and phone service after the power came back on.
Tina. Oh,
Pretty
cool.
much.
All right. Y'all throw me when y'all use actual names instead of channel names. I get used to knowing people by their channel name. And Derek, it's easy to remember your name because that's your channel name. Mama Bear's got her name on hers. Many of them don't. And it takes me a while to learn who's who. I mean, I know Eric and Tina, but I've only recently started remembering who that equates to. It takes me a while. Oh, gee, I'm glad you told me. I wasn't sure I was going to figure that one out. I think you know what Elaine would call me if I said something like that. Well, folks, it's almost time for Dale.
Yep, got the 2 minutes.
Yeah. So I'm going to let y'all go so we can go over to Dale's if you want to go over there. I'm, I'm just going to say I'm done. Piggy loves you.